So look, if you want to grow your wealth, your income, and increase the amount of time off, then these are the shortcuts that can help. Welcome to the Wealth Creation Podcast. And good morning, everybody. It's Dan. Hope you're well today. So let's talk about how to rank your business on Google. It's a conversation we get into quite a bit, actually, with clients because it's something that they want to know how to do. And why not? Because obviously, the more people that you're going to get back to your website, because you're ranking on Google, the more opportunity you've got to close some business, get into conversations and all of that kind of thing. So let's try and see if we can help you. And if you've got any questions about how to do any of this, then you can just pop a message in the chat box. We've got it open and you can ask away. Obviously, by the way, we don't normally do these on a Saturday, but we are doing them today. We just thought it'd be a little bit different. The kids, the Lufia's at horse riding, and so we thought let's just go live on a Saturday morning, see what happens. Anyway, let's talk about keywords, shall we? Because keywords are kind of really important, just a little bit. And one of the things that people kind of get confused about is, we ask them, we go, what keywords, if someone wants your plumbing business, what are they going to go to Google and type? And they'll go, oh, Smith & Co. Plumbing. And it's like, no. If they already knew who you were, they wouldn't be going to Google to find you. They've probably already got your phone number or your business card or your leaflet. That's not necessarily what people are going to type on Google in order to find you. So let me just check here. Yeah. So I've got a message come in, so let me respond. With that in mind then, what are the keywords that people are going to type onto Google? It's like 24-hour emergency plumbing, maybe, and then a postcode or a particular area. So let's say emergency plumber, Leeds City Centre, or LS1. For example, that's what people are going to type on Google. They're not just going to type your business name because they already know who you are. So what else might people type? Well, it depends on what the problems are. So Google is what we call a pull medium, whereas Facebook is like a push medium, like a newspaper. You're pushing an advert out and you're hoping that the person who's on Facebook at the exact time that that advert is being presented happens to want what you're offering. Whereas Google is different. It's what we call a pull medium. So if I've got toothache and it's 3:00 in the morning, I'm going to look for an emergency dentist Leeds. And then up will be presented a list of dentists that offer that particular service. So it's a pull medium and I'm pulling the information back to me. So you've got to think about the keywords. Now, if you're trying to do SEO or anything like that and you've not actually worked out what these keywords should be, then actually you're going to struggle and you're going to fail on your ranking on Google. Now, we're not going to talk about Google My Places, which is slightly different. We're not going to talk about that today. We'll probably do that next week, actually, because that's useful to know. This is specifically about SEO. And so you've got to have a really good think about what you want the keywords to be. And you'll have a list of them. Like you might have, if you've got 100 keywords, you're probably doing too many keywords. In all honesty, I know it's nice to rank for 100 different keywords. Really, the keywords that are going to get all the traffic are maybe 4 or 5, 6 to 10, absolute maximum. Everything else should be what we call long tail keywords. So, for example, if you live in, if you live in, what's it called? LS16, Horsforth. If you live in Horsforth in Leeds and you type emergency plumber Horsforth, that's a bit more specific than just emergency plumber Leeds. And so if you are an emergency plumber in Horsforth, you might even want to have, as part of your keywords, emergency plumber LS16 and include the postcode as part of that, because that's what people are going to look for. If that's what they want someone local who can be there in the next 5 minutes to come and fix your leaky tap or whatever it happens to be. So you've got to think about long-term keywords. Now, you also might want to do how to repair your boiler, Horsforth Leeds. That's a long tail keyword because that's a person who's got a problem with their boiler. They're looking to repair it. And for whatever reason, they've chucked on Horsforth and Leeds. There's a chance that you might rank for that search engine result. They can't fix the problem. They get on the phone to you. Now that's a new customer. And so this is why the keyword stuff is really important. So you'll have a clump of keywords, which are really obvious ones, which you're probably not going to rank for. if you're trying to rank for emergency plumber Leeds, how many other people are also trying to rank for that? And so it gets very, very difficult. Whereas if you go for the long tail keywords, then how do I fix an ideal combi boiler in Horsforth, Leeds? Then you're probably going to get that one, right? You're going to get that click. And so that's why keywords are so important. But then also working out what your keywords should be, and then actually knowing what the content should be created in order to rank for those keywords. So let's just say it's repairing an ideal combi boiler in Horsforth, Leeds. Like, that is an article that you should write, and you should not be using artificial intelligence for writing that article, because Google's going to look at that and they're going to go, I don't think so. Sorry, thank you very much, but jog on. So you need to handwrite that, or you need to get a copywriter and it's handwritten. And the problem with copywriters is you never trust them. So usually you got to do it yourself. Obviously you can trust us because this is what we do, right? We can't grow our business unless we're trustable. So you need to write this yourself, or you need to ask us to do it for you. But writing long form content and then uploading that to your website, that's going to work really well. And then you can post that out onto social media and hopefully get a few clicks back from Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter. Google will look at that, they like that, and they'll give you some extra brownie points, which will help you improve your search engine rankings effectively. But the content is so important that we see so many people just writing AI gobbledygook. It's just not going to work. So you need to get some content out there. Now, interestingly though, content isn't just about written content. Doing video form content like this will help you rank as well, weirdly. So if this goes out onto YouTube and it's, you know, if you've got your keywords in there and you've got a good description in there, then you might get ranked on YouTube. But more importantly, what it does is that if you put content out onto social media and you get clicks, any kind of clicks going back to your website, Google's going to look at that and go, yes, this website has authority because people are clicking on it from social media websites. It's one of the ranking algorithms which Google keeps close to its chest. And so you do get SEO benefit from producing a shit ton of content. There's no question about that. I know people go, oh, that's not true, that's not what Google says. Well, who cares what Google says? Google are bald-faced liars. Just look at the stuff they're doing recently. Magically, all the Reddit stuff goes to the top of Google, and then magically, a few weeks later, Google buys Reddit. Wow, that's amazing, isn't it, how that happens? I don't trust Google. I don't trust anybody, right? But in particular, I don't trust Google. On-page SEO refers to you embedding keywords within the content, mostly, okay? Having things like images with alt tags on, so if it's a picture of a plumber fixing a boiler, it should say plumber fixing a boiler in Horsforth, Leeds, for example, or emergency plumber fixing a boiler in Horsforth, Leeds is probably more accurate. Obviously, you don't want to spam with that, and you want to use different words. So 24-hour plumber, call-out plumber, they're different ways of saying the same thing. Google likes that kind of thing as well. But again, don't use AI tools for this. This has to be handwritten SEO stuff. It's like taking a suit to a tailor or going to a tailor to get a suit. It's handmade. It's better than going to Top Man. Do you remember Top Man? It's better than going to Top Man and buying your suit from there. It's a handmade thing. Like, nobody looks good in the top man suit. You go to get a tailored suit, even if you're the world's ugliest person, you're probably going to look okay in a suit, right? So, in a tailored suit. This is the difference with proper on-page SEO versus AI-type SEO versus just stuffing keywords onto a page and hoping that's what you're going to get. There's an art form to this. Yes, there is a science to this. But also, in combination with the science, there is an art form to it as well. And then finally on this is backlinks. You need to have backlinks going back from other places back to your website. And so this could be writing content on other people's websites that drives a lot of traffic, for example. It could be getting seen in the press, using a PR company, for example. That works really well. One of our clients got in the Daily Mail. Now, I don't like the Daily Mail for all sorts of different reasons. But do you know what? If I could have an article in a Daily Mail, I'll take it. Thank you very much. Because you're going to get a link from a very high-ranking site back to your own website, which will help you rank as well. In addition, backlinks. And I know people go, oh, no, that's not true. But getting out your content on social media, like even if it's a no-follow tag, which means that Facebook tell Google not to tell their robots not to follow the link. If the fact that someone's clicked that link from Facebook and landed back on your website, it's going to give you brownie points in terms of ranking. So you've got to start building backlinks, but don't just be doing reciprocal backlinks. Well, I'll give you a backlink if you give me a backlink. It's really bollocks. It's 2024 now, for God's sake. You need to get your PR machine, your marketing machine up and running. You need to get press releases out there. You need to have content worth sharing so that other people share your content, and sometimes from time to time other people share our content as well. All right, I hope that's useful for you. If you've got any questions, hit me up and we'll catch up with you on the next one. Have a wicked weekend. Take care. Hey, it's Dan here. Thank you for listening. Really appreciate each and every one of you. Please click like or subscribe to the entire podcast.